Okay, it's day 71 of our 1 hour day workout video. I want to talk about that Fabio foreign sexually assaulting, being accused of sexually assaulting some young lady named, what's her name, Zendi or something? So yeah, let's get to it. I think it's Zendi or Zendi or something, Zendi. First of all, this situation is not to be played with. Women getting sexually assaulted, raped, child molested. They say a young girl before she reaches the age of 18 would have experienced, one or the other, being molested, sexually assaulted, or raped in some form of sexual abuse from a man, before she reaches the age of 18. And most of the time that come within our families, because those are the only people that have access to you, that sometimes have access to you if you have that type of parent that don't allow you to spend a night at other people's houses and stuff like that, and watch over you real good. Then most of the time it would have to come from somebody that comes over to your house, a man that lives in your house, or something like that. So usually it might be your mother's boyfriend. Sometimes it's the father, Sometimes it might be a cousin, you know what I'm saying? Or sometimes it might even be your own brother, you know what I'm saying? But they say a young girl, by the time she reaches the age of 18, and it happened to me, you know what I'm saying, several times before I reached 18. So this is not like something to play with. The Me Too movement came along and doubled down on the seriousness of it, and they got an attorney, what's her name, Lisa Bloom or somebody that attaches herself. She picks up these cases like right away, to put seriousness, on it, you know what I'm saying, and to investigate to see, is this something serious or what, you know what I'm saying? So we just got finished dealing with or we still dealing with the T.I. and Tiny situation, where they have several people, claiming that they were drugged, raped, and abused, sexually assaulted, or whatever the situation is, kidnapped and everything. I just spoke about that a couple of videos ago. And the reason why I'm putting emphasis on the situation about being serious is that, okay, so I caught the video on Vlad. I caught the video on Vlad TV is where I caught it. She made some post on, she said Instagram, and she made a post on Facebook. On Facebook, she go by, I think the name Stacy McBean or something like that. Okay. Now Zendi, she's from Brooklyn, and in her video, she lets you know, I've been hanging out with the likes of 50 Cent. I've been hanging out with other rappers, and this has never happened to me. And whereas the video start out, it has you laughing. You know, that video, if you go to Vlad TV, after you view my video, go to Vlad TV and look for the video that he posted about Fario Foreign, the girl accusing him of sexual assault. Okay, now if you turn on the video, the first thing you're gonna notice is the young lady, Zendi. First thing you're gonna notice is that she's in a bra, right? And now, you know, the young ladies on Instagram, they are, you know, taking pictures and posing in bras. You understand what I'm saying? They are doing that when they are, you know, taking these modeling pictures, or, you know, they might come up there when they entertaining their fans. But if you're trying to come across as serious and saying that a man has sexually assaulted you, raped you, or molested you in any kind of way, are you going to come up there, you know, are you going to make a video with your bra on? And not only did she have her bra on, but she kept teasing her breasts. Like, you know, I mean, you should have just covered up. You know what I'm saying? You should have just threw on a t-shirt over the bra. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with throwing on a t-shirt over the bra? But anyway, okay, so that was the first thing I caught. The next thing I caught was that, you know, it was a whole bunch of jokes, you know, and I found myself laughing all the way through the video until she got to the point where she was explaining what happened to her, and she had to chill everything out because it was such a joke. Everything, she had another female that was in the room with her telling about what happened to her, you know what I'm saying? And they were just like laughing and making jokes and reading from people's comments, and you know, the whole thing turned out to be a joke halfway through the video until she decided to tell her part of the story and let everybody know that, you know, boom, this is the serious part. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Fario Foreign, he, I guess however they met up or whatever the situation is, but they was at a party together and he was like, you my girl, you know what I'm saying, or you gonna be my girl or whatever, however she explained it, and she was like, yeah, okay, you know what I'm saying. So the way she explained it was like, they went to a couple of different places. They was at one spot, and then they went to another spot, and then I think a club, and then they went to like a residence, you know, an address. I don't know if that's a hotel or just a residence. She went with him, and that's where basically it went down at, you know what I'm saying? And it came out that she had kissed him in the club because, you know, once she got to complaining and arguing, his friends was telling her that, you know, well, you was kissing all on him in the club and stuff like that. So basically what happened here was, you can't mislead guys. You understand what I'm saying? You can't mislead them to believe that, you know, you're interested with them and in them, and that you are willing to go all the way. You understand what I'm saying? Because if he would have thought that, you know, she wasn't down for sex that night, if he would have knew that she wasn't down for sex that night, he would have took somebody else. Just like in the video, if she said when he was telling her that, you know, you my girl, you know what I'm saying, you with me now and stuff like that, she said there was a whole bunch of like white girls, I guess, you know, other fans or people around, you know, I guess, you know, basically that, you know, he could have hit on or he could have grabbed up or whatever for the night, you know what I'm saying? So you can't mislead niggas that you can't be kissing on them all night, going to each club with them and going back, to a residence with them and thinking that nothing's going to happen, mainly if you know that he and or yourself has been drugging all night or having a few drinks. You understand? But how can anybody take the situation serious if when you presenting the information, you presenting it naked? You know what I'm saying? You presenting it in a bra, and probably all the people that was on that live, all your fans, all your followers was probably, thirsting over you too. Yeah, at least the male ones. I didn't get to see the comments and stuff like that, but I'm quite sure you was having hella comments. Matter of fact, she did say something that somebody commented about the bra, about they see titty. Because the thing is that, the bra is covering up the black part, the nipple, the brown part right here of your nipple, and the little nipple, but then all of this in between here, all the fatty meat of the titty, is all of that is showing. And then, she got her stomach, out, what I'm saying? I guess which the stomach ain't no big deal, but the thing is that if you saying that you've been sexually assaulted, what I'm saying, and you getting ready to tell a story, what I'm saying, wouldn't you think you want to get dressed and cover up your body? And if you felt like you've been violated, any woman that felt like she's been violated would they wouldn't feel loose. Like anytime felt like I've been violated, I feel like covering up. I don't feel like showing not 1 inch of skin. You know what I'm saying? So if you was violated, act like you was violated. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe, maybe I'm just thinking maybe she did that for entertainment. She not really serious. Somehow Vlad got a hold of, her live, and it got back to Vlad, and he posted it like it was serious. Maybe it's not really, maybe she's not really, serious, or she's serious to a certain extent, but maybe she not that serious to go to the law or something like that, because, if you're trying to say that you've been raped or sexual assaulted, what I'm saying, a man did something against your will, criminal act, are you going to go to the police with your titties out? With a bra on to say, aren't you going to cover up and put on a shirt or put on a t-shirt at least? And that's the thing, so I hope she's not trying to, make a joke out of this situation, because this situation, this is a serious matter. You know what I'm saying? This is a Me Too movement and all this stuff. You see all this stuff going on. You see Bill Cosby that went to jail. You see R. Kelly's in jail. A lot of shit going on with it. So, unless you serious, you know what I'm saying? Don't get in front of the camera making claims, and you're not really taking it to the full extent of the law. You're not really serious about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Or if if you play and make it all the way like a plaything all the way through, because if you're gonna joke, don't half joke through the video, and then for the second half, when you want to talk about Fario Foreign, then it's just real serious and you're ready to cry about the situation, but you here presenting yourself in, half naked. You know what I'm saying? And then when you take off, then when you want to show your bruises that you received, you got to take off your pants, and now, you know, when you take down your pants, you and your bra and your underwears now. So it's just like really was getting, you know. It was really getting kind of like, you know, you was exposing your body, you know, because if you got bruises, you're supposed to go to the doctor and take a picture, you know. You could go, you know, you could have, if you wanted to show them bruises or whatever, you should have put on some shorts and a t-shirt. And this way, if you wanted to show your leg, all you had to do was pull your shorts up on the side and show where, you know, like she said, he was punching her in her leg, and, you know, and I don't want to make excuses for him. And, or her, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they're both young. And I have a daughter and I have a granddaughter, and that's just the worst thing about raising daughters and stuff, is that they, you know, they don't want to listen to their mother, and their mothers be preaching to them in the house and stuff. And watch out for them boys, and watch out where you're going. Stop running around behind them boys, and blah, 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 blah. And be careful where you're going. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you know, you say everything that you possibly can to your daughters and stuff like that, but, you know, once they start getting grown, they kind of like, it's like kind of like two bitchy women. You know what I'm saying? Once, you know, your daughter become a teenager, you know, she start bitching with you, she see you bitching at her, and she start bitching back with you and stuff like that. So y'all start arguing back and forth, and then next thing you know, here come a man. Oh yeah, your mother's getting on your nerve, come with me. You know what I'm saying? Then he feeds you some drugs or some alcohol, you know what I'm saying? And now you get ready to go down the road that your mother told you not to, you know? So, yeah, the whole thing just seemed like a comedy video. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like a comedy video. But then I went to Instagram, and his Fario Foreign's people's, I guess his publishers or whoever spoke out and said that, you know, they take the matter very seriously. Nothing occurred, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they made a serious professional statement, you know, like they taking it serious, and, you know, that they ready, if need be, you know, if she takes it to court to fight the situation, you know what I'm saying? But basically, they were saying like nothing really happens, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't, you know, that, you know, what she said happened. Nothing like that happened, because she started making claims that she was saying no or stop, and she couldn't move her arms. It's like she said her lips was just moving, and it's like if she'd been drugged, like somebody put something in her drink. So I talked about this the other day. Do not drink a drink that's not unattended. You know what I'm saying? Do not be in a club or a bar, anywhere, with anybody. And once you turn your back on your drink, do not drink any more of that drink. Okay? Once you take your eyes off of that drink is finished. I don't care how much money you paid for it. And in those bars and in those clubs, a drink is about $10 or $20. You know what I'm saying? So at the bar, you could spend like $200 or $300 a night just at the bar. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, once you get your drink, keep your hand on your drink and drink your drink. If you sitting your drink down on the bar, be facing your drink. And do not turn your back and talk to somebody else behind you, and your drink is behind your back, and you got people on the side of you, and you got a bartender in front of you, because you don't know if they pay off the bartender to slip something in your drink. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, if you drinking and you in a bar or you in a club and you order a drink, you have to watch them make it. You understand what I'm saying? You have to watch them make it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you might do that on your first drink, and you might do that on your second drink. But when you start getting the 4 and 5 drinks, you know what I'm saying? I guess you can start getting a little bit comfortable, you know what I'm saying? And you start forgetting, you know, what you're supposed to be doing. So that's why now, you know, I'm older and, you know, I'm not trying to be out around socializing too much in no crowds or nothing like that. So if I do decide to drink my Harveys, I like Harveys versus cream, you know. I don't really drink anything too hard, you know what I'm saying? But a sweet little wine or something like that is good for me. But I get my little bottle and I come up in my house and I drink by myself, you know what I'm saying? You know, but, you know, in the hip-hop world, they do be having a lot of pills. You know what I'm saying? Because I went on a tour also. I think it was French Montana or something like that. And they was offering me pills. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I guess, you know, the guy didn't want to take the whole thing himself, so he wanted to break it in half and give me half. And I was like, what is that? He said, nah, it's just going to make you relax. You know, because I guess he seen me, like, cleaning up and being sober while they was all back there smoking weed and stuff. And they was all, you know, chilling and stuff. And, you know, I was still, you know, the whole weekend I stayed, sober, basically. You know what I'm saying? The whole weekend I stayed sober. Because it was a bunch of guys, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have like a separate hotel room. We had one big room, one big hotel room that had like 2 rooms. One of the rooms was real big with a double bed, so, you know, and we had the living room, you know, it was like an apartment, you know. It's crazy big. It was enough space for everybody, you know, but I was the only girl, and it was all guys in there. Only girl came through there was the, you know, the hotel service girl or whatever, you know, to clean up or whatever, or tell us, you know, whatever she had to tell us or whatever, you know. Other than that, it was no other females there. I think one of the guys had a female in his room, and he came and they was chilling for a little while in our room, but she wasn't being sociable with me. She was just sitting underneath his arms. But, you know, if you find yourself around men that you're not interested in and you do not want to have sex with, do not drink with them. Do not drink with them. Do not get high with them. Because you're making a statement as though you're comfortable with them. You enjoy their company, or maybe it's one of them that you like. You understand what I'm saying? So it's things that you do, because basically a man has to catch a woman's body language and her actions to see if, you know, if she's approachable. You know what I'm saying? So a nigga will watch you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, men watch women to see, you know, okay, she hanging around us, you know what I'm saying? Oh, so, you know, she like men, you know what I'm saying? You know, she's drinking with us. Okay, so she's comfortable and sociable, you know what I'm saying? Then she turned around and said she was in the club, she kissed Fario Foreign. Oh, she kissed me, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, so now she kissed me, you know, and once you kiss him, it's like, Oh, to them, that's engaging in a pre-sexual act. You know, if you kiss a nigga, that's like saying, we in the club and we could only kiss right now, but later on we'll get somewhere where, you know, we can extend, you know, we can express, you know, more of our feelings towards each other. You understand what I'm saying? That's how niggas be thinking. Because you got to think, look at male dogs and you look at male cats. You know what I'm saying? Look how they come on. They just go up and behind the female and just proceed to doing what they want to do. It look like rape, but that's what they do, you know? So when I look at the man, the human male, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't rules, laws, and government and regulations, they probably would treat us that way too. You know what I'm saying? They probably would do the same thing too. Just run up and, you know, proceed to fucking. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't have a government, laws, and rules, if it was just like a wild jungle out here, you know what I'm saying? Imagine, you know? Well, yeah, if you kissing on a nigga in the club, and she said he kept saying, you know, you my girl now. You know, and he's Fario Foreman. He's somebody that made hit records. You know, he's the friend of Pop Smoke, the one that got killed. And that's my boy there. I couldn't stop playing his music. It was like, oh shit, I was devastated when they killed Pop Smoke. I was devastated. I wanted to hear from that boy. Like, you know how we liked it Biggie? And when Biggie died, it was like, oh shit, we're not gonna get no more of those jams, you know. We're not gonna be bopping no more, you know what I'm saying? And then when Pop Smoke came, it was like, oh, shit is back, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, my thing is Brooklyn, because, you know, I just think, like, even with Little Kim and all the artists that come out of Brooklyn just be so dope, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got some good artists from the Bronx, but it's just like an abundance, you know, Jay-Z and everything. It's just an abundance of people, you know, artists that come from Brooklyn that they just be fire, you know what I'm saying? They be fire, you know. So, yeah, I'm really messed up about the Pop Smoke thing, you know. I'm really messed up about the Pop Smoke thing. And, you know, my thing about the thing with Pop Smoke is that he probably thought being in California, in a house in California, he was like safe, because being far away from Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Because Brooklyn's, you know, I mean, before gentrification and all that stuff like that, before the white people started coming in and taking over areas in Brooklyn, Brooklyn was crazy, you know, it was wild. I used to be scared to be out there, but I used to be going out there. I used to be going out there to hang out, and I used to have jobs out there, cleaning jobs I used to do out there. So, yeah, Zendi is from Brooklyn, and so is Fario Foreign. But the other female that's in the video that started talking first, she said she was violated too. You know, they was also, for some reason, throwing water on her. I don't know if she said she was sexually violated, but they was just like, somebody threw water on her and she was beefing with them and she was arguing, and she said she was, you know, coming out her face crazy, and they pulled a gun. That's another thing. And she was telling this crazy story, but this didn't happen the same night that the girl Zendi, that, the girl Zendi was assaulted. This happened like 2 nights before that, So what she said Fario Foreman was telling her was that this is how we act, this is how we move, you know what I'm saying? This is what we do, you know what I'm saying? And I believe him, you know what I'm saying? She said he was calling her bitch, you my bitch now, and if you don't like it and stuff like that, this is what we do to our bitches, And I believe him, and she probably thought like he was just being rude to her or disrespectful to her, but I basically believe that that's what they do, They're young guys, they still young, they wild, they got fame, they traveling, doing shows, getting money, and they got a lot of girls coming at them, so, basically, after they get what they want, it seems like they do things to violate girls anyway, just to run them away, you know what I'm saying? Because then the next girl gonna be happy to meet them, They be happy to meet celebrities, So, I guess Zendi was saying, oh no, I'm not starstruck, When I say no, I mean no. Yeah, she's saying that, I was kissing in the club, but when we got back to the house, that didn't mean that I was saying yes to sex, Then she was saying something about she got her pussy done, so I don't know what she's saying as far as that. What is getting your pussy done? You had an operation down there, you got tattoos down there, you got piercing down there. I don't understand what she's saying about, she was talking about she just got her pussy done. Yeah. Like, what you got done to it? I don't let nobody do nothing to my pussy. Yeah, only time my pussy was under any kind of operation or anything like that is when I gave birth to my daughter, and they have to cut you to get the baby out and all that stuff and sew you back up and all that, so that's the only thing. And once them stitches healed up, ain't much more was going on down there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so she was saying that, she wasn't expecting to have sex, so that's what she should have said. That's what she should have said early on at the club, like, yeah, nigga, I'm kissing you, but don't expect nothing later on, because, I'm not having no sex tonight, or, you know what I'm saying? My body is not prepared, for intercourse tonight, or something, or said something along the lines of those effects, because then he wouldn't have carried you around everywhere, to every club, and took you back to the bed. He wouldn't have took you back to the spot, They want to take girls, back home with them that is down for whatever, That's who they want to take back to, Yeah, you can't mislead the guys and make them think all night that, you theirs. And you theirs for the night. You can't be doing that. And then when you get, after all of the drinking and whatever he been doing all night at the different clubs, and by the time you get back to the house, all he probably wanted to do was have sex and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And surprise, surprise, she ain't with it, She ain't with it, Talking about he was sticking his fingers in her vagina. That's the next thing after the kissing. That's the next thing that they do, to try to get you uh, sexually excited, you know? Yeah. They start tickling you downstairs and finger popping and doing all kind of stuff like that, you know? To see if you ready, you know, if you ready for sex, you know? And then you start hollering and screaming and saying this feel like rape and get off of me and leave me alone. You know, and at that moment, you know, it's like you got me all the way this far. You're in the bed with me. I'm on top of you. You know what I'm saying? You got me this far to say no. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have sex. You know? You waited all the way to this point, you know? To say that. And then on video, you're going to say you had some procedure done in your vagina and, you know, you wasn't ready. You wasn't even ready for sex that night, even if you liked him and even if you was willing, you know. Your body wasn't, you know. So basically, you should have stayed home. If you had any kind of procedure in the vagina and you was healing up down there, you should have stayed home. I would have stayed home. I wouldn't go clubbing, you know, to no club or hanging out with no niggas if I had any kind of procedure in my vagina. I still don't know what kind of procedure she talking about. She had some kind of something in her vagina, she said, that still hadn't healed up yet. So she said she was screaming, the music was loud. She was trying to call her girlfriend that was in the next room. And eventually, the girl and her boyfriend came out there, came in the room and was like, what's going on? You know, and she started letting them know and complaining, yeah, he trying to rape me. I wasn't here for all of this, or whatever she was saying, right? Don't quote me on what she was saying, but basically she was letting them know that she felt like she was being violated, you know. And then she said Fivio Foreman was saying, well, you could get out and, you know, calling her a bitch and pulled out a gun. And I don't know why she said he pulled out the gun, because she threatened him with a baby daddy or something. I don't know. Or her boyfriend, I don't know. But for some reason, the other girl that's in the room too that didn't show her face in the video also said they pulled the gun out on her. Okay? So if nothing else come out of that live video that she made, any young girls that's still out there partying and hanging around the niggas, you know, I hope y'all all see that video so y'all know. Stop being starstruck by these niggas, you know what I'm saying? And excited to run with them and you know, go back to the hotel with them and go home with them. Stop being excited about that if, you know, if you don't plan on having sex with one of them guys, you know? Because the girls that they want to come back home with them and come to the hotel with them is the girls that's, you know, freaky. That's, you know, loose. That want to have sex, you know? And don't expect much, you know what I'm saying? After you give it up, you know what I'm saying? Because that be the other problem, you know. Okay, so you meet somebody, that's a celebrity already, and you go back to the hotel with them and have sex or whatever, and then they send you back home, and you feel like, oh shit, I'm back home as a regular person, and this nigga is famous, moving around. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that was just a one night stand. He just had me for one night. You know what I'm saying? That right there would make a female mad right there, because you know what I'm saying. If I get with a nigga that's a celebrity, you know what I'm saying, I want to live the life he living too. Like if I'm his wife, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to be sent back home to the hood while he be running around living good. You know what I'm saying. While he be partying and going to different clubs, and you see him on TV, he making his music videos, and he doing his shows, and you seeing all this shit, and he just used you for one night. You know what I'm saying? He just used your body for one night, met you at the club, had sex with you, send you back home in the cab, or however, and might not even give you no money, Mainly in these days and times where, well, most of the rappers, they carry cash, but, like, I don't carry cash, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if you with a nigga that use a card, you might go home with a wet pussy. You might just go home only with a wet pussy and no money, you know what I'm saying? Because if you go somewhere with a nigga and you expect to get paid and you kind of like prostituting your body, make sure he got some cash in his pocket, or he get some cash off the card before you go to the hotel and give it up. And he go to sleep and he want to kick you out and send you home, And you don't want to just go home without, feeling like, I guess, you've been compensated. For giving him pleasure. So, basically those guys, the girls that's prostitutes, is the females that the guys is letting get ahead these days. Not you girls that graduated from high school, went to college, got your college degree and stuff like that, and you think that the guys want to choose you. Now the good girls always want to choose the bad boys and stuff like that, but now the bad boys, they want to choose the bad girls now. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the goody good girl that, yeah, we have to go on a couple of dates. You know what I'm saying? I got to get to know you before, I open up to you. I gotta, get to see if I really like you. I have to learn you, so we have to go on a couple of dates. So here you is, he got to take a woman out for like 3 or 4 dates. Some women, you don't know how long it might take. Some women, it might take a month. You know what I'm saying? It might take like, okay, I done took you out 4 times, like every weekend for a month. You know what I'm saying? And then she let you, get in between the legs. Or some women might make you wait longer. Or some women might give it up, the same night. Like a one night stand, you know what I'm saying? And some women might not give it up on that one night stand. They might say, well, the next time I see him, I'm not going to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to look like a freak. And, yeah, I want to make out with him, but I don't want it to seem like I'm a freak. So I'm not going to give it to him on the first night. When he take me out the next time, when he call me back again, and he take me out the next time, then, we could go all the way. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't know with different, with different women. You know what I'm saying? So, them guys, they really be wanting the all-out freaks. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the woman that's gonna be guessing, like thinking about it, like, oh, I don't know, or I'm scared, or I'm not sure about this guy, or you know what I'm saying? They want the freaks that's like, yeah, I'm down for whatever. That's what they want. So, ladies, and like she was saying in the video, you know, yeah, fuck, I'm sexually active and stuff like that, and she was saying all this, that, and other. Well, she wasn't prepared that night because she had some kind of procedure that took place between her legs, and I'm not sure if it's the procedure was the reason why she didn't want him, or she was saying something like towards the effect of how he was acting and the way he was talking, you know, it had turned her off, like once, you know. So you saying you didn't see all of that in the clubs, you know. You didn't see that when you was bouncing club to club to club, and then you got to the house. You didn't see nothing that you didn't like until you got into the room. And he started calling her, you know, a bitch, you my bitch, you know, and talking vulgar. And I guess just started doing what he want to do, you know, because basically most of the time the man is going to be aggressive, not the woman. So the man know he got to take the lead, and if something is going to happen, he gonna make the move first. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of that. And all the bitch calling and stuff like that come from him not having a problem getting women. You know what I'm saying? Him not having a problem. He don't have a problem with getting women. If he was with a nigga that, you know, he felt like, you know, that had a problem getting women, he would treat you, you know, very special. He would try to talk very nicely. You know what I'm saying? He would try to talk very nicely to make sure he don't mess up nothing for the night. But a guy that's a hip-hop star, a celebrity that has, you know, probably millions of fans, you know, and a lot of girls that would want to go home with him, you know, like instead of taking this girl to the you know, to the club, he could have took one of those white girls, and one of them white girls probably would have been down for whatever. Like she said, it was a bunch of white girls hanging around in the club, you know what I'm saying? Instead of taking her home, he could have took one of those white girls, and they probably would have went all the way with him, you know? So ladies, if you don't plan on having sex with these guys, you know, don't let them, you know, be buying you drinks all night. Don't follow them around the club to club all night, you know what I'm saying? And definitely don't go back to the hotel with them. Don't go back to the hotel all the way. You're going all the way to the bed to say no. You're all the way at the hotel in the bed, laying down, and then you decide you're going to say no. You waited far too long, you know? That's why he kept saying all night. She said he kept saying, you know, you my girl. Zendi, you my girl now, you my girl. Or you my bitch now, you my bitch. And he kept saying that, you know? So, you know, all night you know, at the club you were saying, okay, yeah. She said she was saying, yeah, all night at the club. And I guess all while he was buying them drinks, and then you get back to the hotel, or wherever that place was, and everybody's good and drunk, and you said the other female was in the other room with another nigga. She probably was in there having sex with him, you know? And you calling to get this nigga off of you. Like, what's going on? I thought, you know, like his friend said, they thought everything was cool because, you know, she was kissing on him. They was kissing in the club, right? And she, you know, was next to him, running around with him from spot to spot, following him around all night. And she said she did like him. And she did feel like, you know, she wanted to go all the way with him, you know, earlier, you know, I guess when they was at the club and everything, but then after, you know, getting back to that house or that hotel or wherever they was at, you know, she said she started getting turned off by the way he was talking, like, you know, like you my bitch, like lay down, give me some pussy, you know. Start talking real vulgar and, you know, like he that nigga. And that's how them niggas be thinking, you know, I'm that nigga, you know. Because any other girl would have went right in there and dropped their drawers, you know. They would have went right in there in that hotel room and they would have got in the shower or something like that and came out there naked and laid right across that bed. And that's the problem. You don't know what the other girls is doing. You don't know what the other girls he's been experienced with has been doing, what he been seeing, what these niggas be seeing with these females. And that's what the problem is. You know, where you acting a little bit loose, you know what I'm saying? What he been experiencing, you know, since he been a celebrity is probably, you know, just women just like getting butt naked, getting in the room and just getting butt naked and laying up in the bed or going in the shower and laying across the bed, you know? Ready, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you're gonna, you know, try to make a video or a live and let everybody know that something serious happened to you and you trying to make a public statement, try to do it with some clothes on, you know, next time, you know? So we could take you serious, you know? Do it with some goddamn clothes on. Because, you know, it's like, you know, people can't take you serious. They don't know if that's a joke or if you're serious. Because first of all, you're in the video, you start the video off with, you know, you and your friend laughing about the guys in the situation. Because, you know, after you go through a situation and you rethink about the night, you know, you might have been mad that night and stuff, then you go home and you think about everything and you start laughing like, I can't believe these niggas, you know what I'm saying? You know, but if you're making a video to come and say I've been violated as a woman, you know, like you want to get down with that Me Too movement or whatever, it done happened to me too, you know, you're going to have to do that more serious, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to be sitting in a video half naked trying to explain it, and then you want your views up, you know, you only got 300 people watching and you want 1,000 people watching in order for you to, it's gonna get out there, you know what I'm saying? I don't never worry about, I only be having like 2 people watch my video or 5 views, you know. I don't have a whole bunch of views on my video, you know. I be having little views, but I never make a video thinking that, you know, it might not get out there and go viral. Something that I say might go viral one day. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at the views, you know, because you don't know. You could have 1 million people watching, and none of them is like nobody that's gonna take action. Then you could have 10 people that's watching, and out of 10 people, one of them might be somebody serious. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's not the quantity sometimes, it's the quality of the people, you know, because everybody want to see this whole bunch of people, these big numbers and stuff like that, you know. I don't want to make my statement to 100 people. I want 1 million people watching, you know what I'm saying? So now you're doing it for entertainment if you're looking at how many people is watching. You're doing it for entertainment. You're doing it for it to go viral, you know, and that's not being serious, you know what I'm saying? So, but the main thing I want to say is, if it's a real serious situation and you're going to the police or you lawyering up, just be careful out there because, you know, that guy Fivio Foreign, he is a celebrity, and you know he got a lot of boys, and like you said, they done been showing their guns and all kind of stuff like that. So just be careful. He might not do nothing to you, but maybe one of his fans might, you know, you on a live saying that he violated you, and then one of his fans, you know, you walking down the street one day and you don't even know that you bumping into one of his fans and somebody hurt you out there, you know what I'm saying? So if the situation is serious, take it serious and deal with it seriously, you know? But if the situation is not, you know, if it's not that serious, don't make those serious accusations, you know what I'm saying? If you're just trying to make people laugh, don't say you was raped or sexually assaulted. If you want to make fun of the night, go ahead and make fun of the night. You know what I'm saying? But don't make serious claims. And, you know, you making it in a bra. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to mess up the Me Too movement. You know, even with T.I., you know what I'm saying? He got exotic dancers. He got women that been friends with them since they was kids, you know what I'm saying? People that should know better, you know what I'm saying? How could I take you serious? If you know what they do, you know they like to swing, you know they like to have threesomes and stuff like that, don't hang around them. You know they like to pop pills, or you know they like to get everybody high and have an orgy, don't hang around them. That's not your crowd. That's not how you swing. You can't say that you've been swinging with him for 10, 20 years. You know, you knew him from childhood, and all of a sudden now you have a problem with the situation. And then for the exotic dancer, you know you've been experienced with a whole bunch of getting drunk and having sex and getting high and having sex. You know what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden, you know, that's just my take on it. I mean, like I say, I'm a female too, and I'm mostly on the female side. I be hating niggas, you know. You know, I be liking, you know, the little boys when they little kids and stuff like that. But when they get to a certain teenage age where they start, you know, getting too big to beat they behind or tell them something, where they be ready to kick your ass, you know, I be hating niggas at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really, you know, with the women. You understand what I'm saying? But if y'all gonna, you know, if something happened to you, present it in a serious way. If you're gonna chalk the night up as your fault, you know, that you shouldn't have had yourself in that situation, like I had to do many a times. I've been violated many a times, and sometimes, you know, I didn't go to the police because, basically, I looked at my wrongdoing. You know what I'm saying? And if I repeatedly keep doing that same shit and keep getting that same result, you know what I'm saying, then I have to chalk up some of the blame. You understand what I'm saying? And then it's really no case for me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm hanging with a nigga all night and I'm drinking with him all night and he pulling out cocaine and I'm sniffing with him all night and sniffed up his cocaine and drank up all his liquor and stuff like that, and he jump on top of me and have sex with me, you know what I'm saying? I done hung out with him all night. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've done expressed to him that I like him out. You know, I want to hang out with him all night. I've expressed to him that I let my guards down, and you know, I'm with him for the night. You know, so y'all make that clear from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? What your intent is for the night, and I mean all the way to the end of the night. You know, like tonight I'm going straight home, or tonight I'm going home early. Tonight I ain't, you know, I'm having a couple of drinks, but I'm not trying to get loose and have sex. Or, you know, if you with a nigga, yeah, you know, you let him know you like him, you know. Or I'm not one of them one night stand girls, or you know, whatever the situation is, let a nigga know so before he buy you a bunch of drinks and spend all of this money on you and get to the hotel, and once you got this far, he just gonna jump on you and think that, you know, you already you know, expressed to him that, you know, you liked him and you wanted to stay with him all night and have sex and stuff like that. So he's going to be aggressive and he's going to make his move. You know what I'm saying? And the bitch calling and all of that stuff, it comes mostly with niggas that got money. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that got money and could get other women because they got money and stuff like that. Yeah, they feel like they could talk to you however, you know, they want, because if you don't like how they talking, you could go ahead on home. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So, that's it for me. My hour's up. Peace. I hope, you know, y'all get y'all situation straightened out. I don't want to see Fivio Foreman's his career messed up behind this situation, and I don't want to see the young ladies, you know, life, you know, messed up, because we hold on to stuff in our heart forever. You know what I'm saying? When something happened to us, like, we don't never let it go. You know what I'm saying? So, peace. Y'all get it together. And when something is serious, you know, present yourself in a serious manner. All right? Okay, peace.